Hello children, in this video we are going to learn about addition of integers. For addition of integers there are two rules. Let us learn those rules one by one. First rule is adding two integers with same signs. When you add two integers with same signs, you have to follow this rule. What is the rule? Place the same sign and find the sum. Find the sum of the integers. Let us learn some sums. Plus 5 plus 3. I have written two integers on the blackboard. Both the integers are with the same sign. So when you add two integers with the same sign, what will you do? You have to place the same sign. If plus sign is there in both the digits, you put plus sign. And then find the sum of the integers. For finding the sum of the integers, what will you do? You have to add the numbers. So add 5 and 3. 5 plus 3 is 8. So the answer is plus 8. Now plus 7 plus 2. Children, can you guess what will be the answer? When we add two integers with the same sign, place the same sign, put plus. Then add the numbers 7 plus 2 and find out the sum. The sum is 9. So the answer is plus 9. In the same way, we can add negative integers also. Minus 6 plus minus 4. Both the integers have the same sign. Which sign? They have minus sign. So place minus sign and add the numbers. Find out the sum of the numbers. Take only 6 and 4. 6 plus 4 is 10. So the answer is minus 10. Minus 16 plus minus 2. Both the integers have the same sign. So place the same sign and find out the sum of 16 and 2. 16 and 2 is 18. So the answer is minus 18. Let us solve some more sums. Minus 3 plus minus 1. Both the integers have the same sign. Which sign they have? Minus. So put minus and find out the sum of 3 and 1. 3 and 1 is 4. Minus 5 plus minus 4. Both the integers have the same sign. So put minus sign. Add the numbers 5 and 4. Addition of 5 and 4 is 9. So the answer is minus 9. Children, I hope you have understood the first rule. Now let us learn the second rule. Second rule in addition of integers. Adding two integers with different signs. Now we are going to learn how to add two integers with different signs. Rule is this. Place the sign of the integer which has the larger absolute value. Place the sign of the integer which has the larger absolute value. Absolute value means it is the numerical value of that integer regardless of its sign, without considering the sign. And then find the difference. Now we will add two integers with a different sign. Plus 9 plus minus 3. Now you take the integers with its numerical value. So the numerical value of plus 9 is 9, and here the absolute value, or when we find out the absolute value, we get the numerical value. So the numerical value is 3. So which is greater between 9 and 3? 9 is greater. So number 9 has which sign in the sum? It has plus sign. So put plus. Put the sign of the greater number. And then find out the difference of these two numbers. When the integers have different signs, you have to find out the difference. So what is the difference between 9 and 3? It is 6. So our final answer is plus 6. The next one, minus 2 plus 4. Now get the numerical value, the absolute value. It is 2 and 4. Which is greater? 4 is greater than 2. Now in the sum, 4 is the positive integer. So you have to put plus. The answer is going to be a positive integer. So after deciding about the sign, now we are going to subtract the numbers. We are going to find out the difference. The difference between 2 and 4 is 2. So the answer is plus 2. The next one, plus 2 plus minus 11. If you think of their absolute values, you have to take their numerical values, that is 2 and 11. So between 2 and 11, which is greater? 11 is greater. In the sum, 11 has minus sign. So put minus sign and then find out the difference between 2 and 11. Difference between 2 and 11 is 9. So our answer is minus 9. The next one, minus 14 plus 4. Take the absolute values of these two integers. It is 14. One is 14 and another one is 4. So between 14 and 4, 14 is greater than 4. In the sum, 14 has minus sign. So put minus sign and then find out the difference between 14 and 4. Difference between 14 and 4 is 10. So the answer is minus 10. The next one, 8 plus minus 10. Find out the absolute values of these two numbers. They are 8 and 10. So between 8 and 10, 10 is greater. 10 has minus sign in the question. So you have to put the sign of the greater number, the number which has the greater absolute value. Here which number has greater absolute value? Minus 10 has greater absolute value. So this number has minus sign. So put minus sign and then find out the difference between 10 and 8 or 8 and 10. Anyway you can tell. So the difference between 10 and 8 or 8 and 10 is 2. So your final answer is minus 2. So hope children you have understood rule number 2. So what is rule number 2? When we add two integers with different signs, place the sign of the integer which has the larger absolute value and then find out the difference. Here in this type, most of the children get confused. So you need to be very careful. Once again, let me tell this rule. When you add two integers with different signs, place the sign of the integer which has the larger absolute value. If it has plus sign, you put plus sign. If the integer which has the larger absolute value has minus sign in the question, put minus sign and then find out the difference. Hope you have understood this. Now we are going to solve some more sums. So when we solve addition of integers, we are going to follow two rules. So you can remember those two rules in simple way. So same signs, sum, different signs, difference. So when you add two integers with same signs, yes, and sum, yes, yes, remember. Different signs, D, integers with different signs, you have to find out the difference. Okay, here minus 19 and 17. We are going to add minus 19 and 17. Here one is negative and one is positive. That means the integers have different signs. When the integers have different signs, you have to find out the difference and put the sign of the greater integer. So here the greater integer is 19. 19 and 17, which is greater? 19 is greater and 19 has minus sign in the question. So you put minus sign and find out the difference between 19 and 17. Difference between 19 and 17 is 2. So the answer is minus 2. Next, minus 25 plus minus 5. Here both the integers have the same signs. So, if the integers have same signs, find out the sum and put the same sign. So, if the integers have minus sign, you put minus sign and find out the sum of 25 and 5. What is the sum of 25 and 5? It is 30. So, our answer is minus 30. Next, 35 plus minus 35. Here, 35 is a positive integer, minus 35 is a negative integer. So, both have different signs. You have to find out the difference. Difference between 35 and 35 is 0. Here, with 0, you should not put any sign because 0 is neither positive nor negative. So, you should not put either plus sign or minus sign. It should be only 0. 35 plus minus 35 is equal to 0 because 0 is neither positive nor negative. Now 3 integers are given. Let us see how to add 3 integers. So 500 plus minus 21 plus minus 82. Now first let us add these two numbers. 500 plus minus 21. One is positive. Positive is always with plus sign. So one number is with plus sign, another number is with minus sign. So when there are different signs, find out the difference and put the sign of the greater number regardless of its sign. So greater number is 500, so it will be plus. And find out the difference between 500 and 21. It is 479. Then you have to bring the next integer down. In the next step, we see these two integers plus 479 plus minus 82. Again, two integers are with different signs. So, when there are two integers with different signs, find out the difference and put the sign of the greater number. The greater number is 479. It has plus sign. So, put plus and then find out the difference between these two numbers. So, 500 plus minus 21 plus minus 82 is equal to plus 397. Children, I hope now you are very thorough with addition of integers. When you add the integers, always remember these two rules. When you add two integers with the same signs, put the same sign. For example, you are adding two integers with plus sign, put plus sign. Two integers with minus sign, put minus sign and find out the sum of those two integers. And when you add two integers with different signs, put the sign of the integer which has the greater absolute value and then find out the difference between those two integers. Children, thank you for watching this video.